and I used that lemon squeezer to squeeze it out to get the juice. And then I've got half of my 500 grams soya beans, which I soaked from the morning at 10 a.m. and I'm just about to make this soya tofu now. So you can soak overnight or soak for at least 6 hours, and then we're gonna blend. So that's already blended, and then I pour it into a bowl. Tip that into a bowl, and then you get the second bit of your soya bean. Pour enough water to cover the beans. And then we're gonna blend. So that's my soya beans blended, and then I fill that bowl with water. So I'm gonna give it a stir. This is my quick and easy tofu making. And then I get my muslin cloth. And pouring in the big pot, a large saucepan. So I'm gonna extract the milk. To make sure you get all the milk extracted from the soya, it's my method. You can do whichever way works for you. There are smaller muslin bags you can get from Amazon where you can squeeze them. Easy to squeeze. But what I did when I extracted that first one, and then I poured some more water. Basically you need about 3 liters of water for this one bag of 500 grams soya beans to make your soya milk. So you can see that the milk is extracted. So I'm gonna tie this up so I can give it a good squeeze. In order to get all the milk out. You can wear gloves if you don't want a ring, but I'm being very careful not to allow my ring finger to get in this, which is why I'm squeezing with one hand. So I've not taken off that ring before. So, and that's the rest of the milk poured in the pan. I'm gonna put the heat on. Just need to dry my hands. So you can see the quantity of milk that I got, and I'm gonna put the heat on. So what will happen is that we allow this to boil until it starts bringing out bubbles, and when the bubbles start coming out, and then I'm going to sprinkle the lemon juice or lemon water over the surface of this milk as it's boiling, and you see that when the time comes. So we're gonna give it a while to let it boil. Now the husk, that's the husk, I don't waste it. I spread it out in a baking sheet and dry it in the oven, and that is the one I had previously dried. Very nutritious. You can mix with your cereal or porridge, or even use it to make egusi soup. I've done that and it was quite tasty. So I'm gonna make a video of how I make egusi soup with my soya husk. The Chinese use it, and you can even buy it online and from the shops, and it's called okara. And you can actually use this if you mix an egg and flour into this with onions and seasoning. You can make it into your fritters or akara ball. So don't be in a haste to put that in the bin, because you're gonna need it. Yeah, don't be in a haste to put that in the bin. You're gonna need it. So we're still waiting for our milk to boil, and you can also get your soya milk from this, but today I'm making tofu, not soya milk. We can do that next time. So that's my soya husk, and it's gonna go into the oven, and when it's dry I'm gonna store it for use. You can use it to make any type of meal. So it's bubbling now, coming up, and then I just sprinkle and allow it to bubble again. So you can see it's full of bubble, and then it's coming up again. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a lemon. And it's bubbling again. You just need to keep an eye on it while it's bubbling, and the lemon is gonna make it curdle, and it is the curdled milk that forms your tofu. So I'm going to stir it until the milk becomes clear. So when that is done, it's become clear, then you know that your tofu is ready. Again, more bubbles. So as it curdles, the milk becomes clear water. See, all of this curdles as that's what will become our tofu. So if I push it aside, you see that it's no longer milky, it's now brownish looking water. So all of the milk is curdled. Into all of the lemon and the tofu. So I'm going to turn off the heat and allow it to cool. So right here is the curdled milk. I got my second muslin cloth. When you buy from Amazon, it comes in two pieces. One to extract the milk and the second one to extract your curdled milk. So I'm gonna pour that in. Be very careful, it's very hot, 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 hot. And you make sure your bowl is big enough so the water doesn't spill out and go to your and pour over you when so when you strain, oops, just dropped it. It's very hot, very hot. get to be really careful. So I'm gonna get that strainer out and then so got that out, and I've got my tofu press. That's my tofu press. You get the tofu press, and this is what we're gonna do. You get that out, stick it in there. Very hot. And then you use the tofu press. So I do not know how much quantity you want to make, but because I made 500 grams, which is slightly big for this tofu press, so what I usually do is to press it, I put a weight. So I use my mortar and place on that tofu press so that the water, that can squeeze out all of the water from the tofu, from the curdled milk, and then it's going to form the block shape of a tofu, and we'll see the outcome in a few minutes. So this is the finished product. It's firm, and that's the tofu press. I just opened it and took it out, and there you go. There you have your tofu